Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, so today we're going to actually open this up. Kind of a rare treat. It's not something that you'll see very often. On very, very rare occasions, I will work on some of the old, tube type equipment. So what we have here today is the Heathkit SB-230. Now, the reason why I went ahead and allowed myself to be talked into this one is just because of the fact that I actually have one of these. Granted, the one I have doesn't work because the tube's bad in it, but the SB-230 is one that I've always loved the looks of. Even though it's not a super duper high output powered amplifier, um, you know, it's just a very sweet piece of equipment. And the actual owner that originally put this together actually sent this to me. Um, when he assembled it, he said that it had popped one of the small fuses, and he never did mess with it again. So everything basically is still all brand new, just as it was back whenever he had purchased this. So we're going to open this up here on camera. We're going to take a look. I've already got it out of the out of the box, and everything looks pretty good on the outside of it. It's had a little bit of wear here and there, and it's got a little bit of dirt on it, a couple light scratches that I've seen on the face. But overall, it's in you know excellent condition, at least from the outside that we can see. So, like I said, I didn't see any dents or anything like that in it. So we're going to just take kind of a quick look through it. The other thing too is what's really nice, and what I was really happy to see. And he told me that he had this, which was the original book on putting this together. So, this is going to be an invaluable piece of equipment or piece here for for what it is. Um, and I'll make a copy of this and actually keep it in my records so that I can go through mine one day. And one of the things that I noticed about it whenever I seen this, it's down here at the bottom. The price for the manual was $2 back when this was made. So, I thought that was kind of an interesting array, especially considering the day and age and time and what have you. So, all right, so let's get started. Let's go ahead and get this apart here. Like I said, I want to take a quick look here. We'll just take a quick view here on the sides. Now, this uses an induction tube, or an induction cooling system, I should say. Um, Again, sides look really good. Like I said, it's got some age and dirt, from where it's been. Let's get this turned around this way. All right, so, and another thing too is you've got your ALC, you've got your input and a delay, and then for your output, you have a regular SO239. So this actually used jacks here, RCA jacks here in the back as far as for the transmit going into it. So one of the other things too that I've seen there again, you're looking at a piece that's about 40 years old. The cord, even though it's in kind of good shape, it's kind of not. And that's something that we'll go ahead and replace while we're in here. It is still the old 3-prong, but it's got some greenie on it and what have you. But the cord's got some places on it, where it just doesn't feel very safe anymore. So we're going to go ahead and replace that and put a new modern fresh cord on this when we get to that stage. So, all right, so let's open this thing up and take a gander at the insides. So bear with me here. We're going to move the camera over here to the other stand, which will be a lot more supportive. So like I said, bear with me here. There we go. Ta-da! All right. I'll set the manual over here on the other side here of the bench. Big old behemoth. Like I said, massive heat sink on the back, which this is what it uses to actually cool the physical tube of the amplifier. Get that cord here out of my way. So you guys are going to see the same thing that I'm going to see for the first time. I just can't believe those screws are still shiny. Ready for the big reveal? All right. Okay. Got my glasses here. All right. So the first thing that I've been drawn to as soon as I got this out, and I actually seen it on the screen itself. Not liking this. The transformers set in here at an angle, which is probably due to shipping. I know we've got a damaged board here, so we're going to definitely have to take this board out and either build one from scratch or see if we can order one. Not sure. Yeah, because that's going to be, I may have to unbolt that and try to straighten the bottom of the cabinet. Now, I know this has been off for decades. Again, we still want to be careful. I know that we theoretically should not have any high voltage in here, but we still want to be careful and cautious just because of the fact that, we are dealing with, potential high voltage. So, we'll need to take a look at that. We do have a safety switch over here in the corner. Seems to be still be in good working condition. You'll see a thermal overload here. So if the tube has produced enough heat and goes through this small induction over here back to the heat sink, once the heat sink reaches a certain temperature, the thermal shutoff will go ahead and basically not allow you to transmit until it's had time to cool itself down. So, again, we still use that same basic technology yet today. Let's go over here and look down here over in the relay section. And then we'll get it flipped over, see what we've got going on. Like I said, the capacitors. We are definitely going to replace those because of the age of them. I'll find out whether or not I can get some that will match up to the original locations. If not, yeah, we'll have to go back through and redo those in a different format. But we'll see what we get into a little bit on that. So relay still looks reasonably new. They're again considering everything. So all the wiring's intact. There's a small tube down here. I think that is a type of diode. I'll have to look in the schematics because it's been better than 10 years since I've looked at one of these. So we'll take a look and confirm what that's being used for there. There is a bridge in here for some of the connections. Looks like that's all in good shape. So we'll take a look at that. Thankfully, the tube is in, good shape because of the way it was mounted. So that was actually safe in regards to shipping. Okay. Fingers out from underneath of there. So as I said, this is a project. So, basically we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to try to order, any of the parts that we're going to need in order to go ahead and repair it, then go from there. Again, we shouldn't have to worry about high voltage. I don't have a a chicken stick, as some people have called it. But what I do have is a jumper. And I know it's got bleed down resistors in there, but we still want to make sure there's nothing that can knock ourselves in the dirt here. So, all right. So it looks like we're good and safe there. Since those are in series, we're going to pick a place here. Okay. All right. So everything still looks really good down here as well. You're going to see this bridge of resistors over here, and what this is a dB attenuator, and I don't remember what the conversion is. I know it's approximately 100 watts for 100 watt PEP going in order to go ahead and reduce the input power down to a safe level to run for the tube itself. So, we'll take a look at that. All of our Z chokes and everything. Again, this has never actually ran since it was built. So, everything looks like it's in really good shape. I do want to check that choke. I know that some of the windings are pulled back just a little bit. I don't know if that's a factory or not, but we'll find out if that induction is in the right resonance for what it is. We've got essentially our Z choke here, but everything looks to be in really good shape. We've got another safety switch all the way up here at the bottom, which is great. We've got our main on and off. Feels like it's got a okay. So it's spring loaded. That's cool. Trip amps 12.5. So this is also yeah. This is more than just a switch. It's also a circuit breaker as well. So that's great. And they've got the main power. Yeah, so they're killing the main incoming power. So they're coming from the switch here, going through the other one, and it's daisy chain. So if either one of these are broke, it's automatically going to shut it off. So that's definitely a good thing to do. And I'll go through and I'll find out what the values are here, which we've got brown, black, yellow. Well, brown being 1, 0, yellow. So I'm thinking that's like a 100K resistor, but I'll confirm it and make sure. But we'll order new resistors. We'll order new capacitors to put in here. Looks like we've got a 1 ohm resistor here. We may see if we can't make that a little heavier duty based on whatever parts are available for this. Okay. So the way that bolts together, I know it would be a bit of work, but I may be able to take this whole bottom section here out and be able to straighten this where the transformer sets where it got bent and shipping, I'm sure, because that is a lot of weight. And there again, we are on a very thin platform. If I get it straightened up, what I'll probably do is cut a strip to go from side to side here, and drill a couple of holes, and then mount that back in there to give it a little more stabilization back here. This one, not too sure what I'm gonna be able to do back here. If nothing else, we will come out so far both ways with another strip and add as much support as we can, because we've got things that are in the way of being able to go side to side. But the one there will definitely help out immensely on that. So we'll see what we can do on that. Keep this up on the side. Unfortunately, the one I've got, it's had way too many hands in it. So don't even have a fuse in there, which is supposed to be a 3 amp fuse. Oh, 3 AG at 0.75. Okay, so 3/4 of an amp. So we'll find out. I'll see if I can get some 3 AG fuses, because we're going to need one of those as well. All right, so I know we're going to have to go through this piece at a time, find one of the original problems, or the original problem, and we're also going to have to take and repair 2 problems that shipping seems to have helped out a lot with, which is our transformer sitting in there cockeyed. Like I said, we'll get that figured out as far as on the pin out for the wiring, and remove the transformer. Like I said, see if we can't straighten that bottom plate out, get it bolted back into place. We're definitely going to have to rebuild that since it's broke completely in half. Band selector switch again needs to be clean, but that's just due to age. In excellent shape, it looks like. We've got a little bit of solder down here on one of the tapped coils. We do have a broken connection again, probably due to shipping right here off of the tank circuit. So looks like it should be right there. We'll see what we can't do to get that corrected as well. Like I said, the tube appears to be in good order, but there again, it's mounted securely against the back with this brace here, so nothing to really worry about. But we'll check, and we'll go through. We'll check some connections. Here's one that I do see. I don't know if this had anything to do with the original problem. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Right here to the anode of the tube. That did not get soldered. So far that's the only thing visually, without going through everything step by step to check everything. That is the only thing that I see out of place. Like I said, granted, we know we've got our broken diode board over there, but we'll figure that out and make a new one and get that taken care of. So other than that, the little display board and everything looks to be in good shape. Up here at the front. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to have a whole lot. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot that we're going to have to do to this. We'll check the meter, make sure the meter's functioning. Like I said, get a cord, which I've got plenty of those on hand, so we won't have to order that. Just some large resistors for the bleed off on the capacitor bank. We'll order some new caps. We'll find out whether or not this is just for the high voltage or if this is also for the screen. We'll have to get that out, look at the instruction manual, and confirm everything so that I know what we're going to be doing on that. But yeah, this is going to be a fun little project. Like I said, I'd love to actually build one. Would have loved to have built one of these from the ground up. But unfortunately, they don't make stuff like this anymore for us to be able to do. Tuners are in good shape, it looks like. Doesn't look like any of the fins are bent or destroyed or warped or anything. So I think we're going to be in pretty good shape there too. All right. Well, guys, let me get off here for right now. We'll go through and I'll make a list of parts that we need to get ordered, and I'll put those with an order that I've got started. Hopefully, we've got enough to make it worth having it shipped, and we'll try to get some parts shipped here in this next week, and then we'll come back and be able to revisit this project. But like I said, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Like I said, we're going to put a new cord in it, for sure, just because of the age and everything. We're probably going to put a little heavier duty cord. It's got a 16, looks like a 16 gauge wire, so we'll probably move that up to a heavy duty 14 gauge to carry it, and see what we get into. All right, everybody, I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoy taking a quick look at the SB-230. Like I said, I know it's going to be a fun little project, so stay tuned and we will see you on the next video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, check us out on Patreon as well as YouTube. Thanks again, guys.